일단은 휴게실을 찾기. 지도상으로는 저 친구가 있는데 여기다.
I suppose some introductions are in order.
Already knew that.
반갑다.
Can I help you? Ah, you're the new 5th year. I'm Sebastian Sallow.
반갑다.
Slytherin.
Thank you.
Not everyone has a ministry escort to school.
He was a friend of Professor Fig's who merely joined us for the ride.
Still, impressive. Dreadful way to go, poor fellow. Glad you and Fig are all right.
그래도
It
흥미로웠다.
was dreadful, certainly, but quite an experience nonetheless.
Interesting perspective. How did you and Fig manage to escape?
It's all still a bit of a blur, to be honest.
Didn't mean to press. You just get yourself settled.
착하네 이
We
새끼.
can talk more later.
뭐 읽고
What
있냐?
book were you reading?
A spell book I picked up. Has a few interesting things, but not exactly what I was looking for. I'm sure
빌려주라.
you'll find out soon enough. But not every spell you may need can be found in our assigned textbooks.
뭔 뜻이냐?
Are you saying some spells aren't taught at Hogwarts? Which ones?
Seems I may have met a kindred spirit. That is a conversation for another time.
알았다.
It was good meeting you.
이 자식아.
Good luck today.
크라스 찬셀로우 일단 소리가 옵션도 오씨. 오케이. 줄여진 거 맞아? 잠깐만. 오케이 됐네. 두 번째 친구.
Might want to think that again.
하이.
Ugh, not going to move there, are you?
Here, watch this.
Don't say I didn't warn you.
팡.
Checkmate.
Told you.
얘들이 왜 이렇게 다 못생겼지?
Should've listened to me. Ah, I know who you are. You're the new Slytherin, the one who barged in with Professor Fig last night. Interesting tactic on your first day, taking all the attention away from the first years. I'm Imelda, by the way. Shame I wasn't with you in Fig. I could have lured that dragon away. My skills on a broom are legendary.
Perhaps Professor Fig's friend would have survived if we'd had your help.
Precisely. Perhaps one of these days I'll show you a thing or two about flying. I can teach you more than Kagawa ever could. Speaking of which, I'd like to get in some time on my broom before classes.
Do you have a lot of time to fly during school?
I make the time. There's nothing like swerving through the spires of the castle and around the Quidditch pitch to clear the mind.
스파이어가 어디였는지 기억이 안 난다.
Are you a keen Wizard chess fan? You knew that boy was going to lose the match.
Not really. Much too sedate a pastime for me. Also, it's simply not that challenging. The moves are always so obvious. Why does no one else see it?
끝났다.
Goodbye, Imelda.
Nice meeting you.
다음 친구.
I think I heard one. Doubt mermaids find us that interesting. Ah, based on all the chatter when you entered the common room, I'm guessing you're the new 5th year. I'm
아예 그냥
Ominous.
모르는 애들이
Ominous
나오니까.
Gaunt.
Nice to meet you, Ominous.
Well, you certainly had a memorable arrival.
I'd much rather have arrived on time and without a dragon attack en route.
I'm sure. How horrible. I can only imagine.
거의 뭐 미연식급으로 대화를
It's
하네.
good to have you in Slytherin. Do let me know if I can be of any help as you navigate your first days here.
알았다 임마.
Did that student say he thought he heard a mermaid?
Yes, but I've never heard of a mermaid showing up outside our common room window. It is fun to play along, though. been known to keep some first years on the lookout for hours.
지하라서
Were you expecting to be sorted into Slytherin?
Most certainly. My family on my father's side are direct descendants of
내가
Salazar
말보이
Slytherin,
포지션.
one of the 4 founders of Hogwarts. Not something I'm especially proud of, mind you. He was obsessed with blood status, a pure-blood maniac. Unfortunately, most of his descendants do not fall far from that tree.
반가웠다.
Thank you, Ominous. Very nice to meet you.
Pleasure was all mine. Don't be a stranger.
그래 말보이.
Is the new 5th year Slytherin in here? Professor Weasley's waiting for you just by the
알았습니다.
stairs.
위즐리면은 진짜 그 해리포터 친구 위즐리랑 뭐가 있지 않을까? 너무 빨리 달린다 친구야. 얍얍얍. Hello.
Good morning. I trust you're ready for your first day at Hogwarts?
I've been dreaming of this day for a long time. Can't believe I'm here.
Well, you are here. Make the most of it. You only have one first day at Hogwarts. Now, in light of your unique situation, joining us as a 5th year, you'll need to catch up with your classmates and not fall behind. Especially as you'll be expected to complete your
Well,
OWLs at the end of the year.
OWLs? Owls?
Yes, your ordinary wizarding level exams. They will determine what type of career you can have when you leave here. After much discussion with the headmaster and the Department of Magical Education at the Ministry, we've devised something
아,
extraordinary
근데
to
이게
ensure your
스토리가
success.
볼만해. 그냥 좋아하는 거라 그런가?
Here you are.
와우.
What is it?
It is a wizard's field guide. It will help you to keep track of what you are learning so that you master
Quest
all
book.
that's expected of a 5th year. You would be wise to take full advantage of this exceptionally valuable resource.
Thank you, Professor, but what do you mean it will keep track of what I'm learning?
Perhaps seeing it in action will answer any questions you may have. Walk with me and we shall put it to the test. This way.
아, 또 따라가야 돼. 개 느리게 가잖아.
I certainly would have appreciated something like a field guide when I was a student. Using the guide will also train you to be alert to your surroundings.
Lumos.
The guide will give you opportunities to practice your magic and educate yourself about wizarding lore. Do keep up.
가고 있어요.
Why don't you cast Revelio on that statue and see what
알겠습니다.
details the field guide can provide?
Revelio.
벨리어. 페이지북상. 오, 이런 식으로. 필드 가이드 열기. 레벨. 추적. 오케이. 누르라고? 알겠습니다. 또 가야 돼? 아, 저 아줌마 따라가기 싫어.
Clever, isn't it? Keep your eyes open for more opportunities like that.
Revelio.
Inside and
오,
outside.
뒤지나 이거 설마 떨어지면? 강제적이야. 어? 저 상자. 아, 우리 기숙사구나. 키가 스킬창.
Ah, good timing. Perfect opportunity to show you how to use flue flames to get around a bit quicker. Your field guide contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall.
M. 와우. 공간으로 이길 수가 있는 점이 있습니다. 중앙재단기업. 얍. 초록불 놓을 것은 나타냅니다. 별관 지역. 중앙 블루 곳으로 빠른 이동을 하세요.
And here we are. Quite the time saver. These stairs lead directly to Central Hall.
또 따라가. 아, 계속
You can get
따라가네.
almost anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall.
중앙홀 오케이.
Always something happening here. It's the heart of the hive. Our King's Cross station, so to speak.
Patrick readiness.
That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
호그스미드를 벌써 가네. 질문 다 해야 될 것 같은데. 아.
What will I learn in Charms class?
Exactly what you might expect. Spells, charms, jinxes, all terribly useful. I think you will enjoy Professor Ronan. He's a clever and entertaining wizard, and a talented teacher.
Can you tell me more about the Defense Against the Dark Arts class?
Defense Against the Dark Arts, as the name implies, focuses on how to defend oneself against the evils that lurk beyond these walls. A mastery of Defense Against the Dark Arts is required for those who aspire to become auras. Fortunately, we are lucky to have the ever-gifted Professor Hecat in charge of our students' education in that regard.
You mentioned
Ah, 호그스미드
Hogsmeade,
아는데.
Professor.
Hogsmeade is the only all-wizarding village in Britain and is home to an array of shops and pubs. You should be able to find all of the school supplies you
알겠어요.
require in Hogsmeade.
예.
You will also, I imagine, enjoy many a butterbeer there with friends in due course.
알겠습니다.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
A lot to absorb on your first day, and you have much to learn. Happily, your professors have agreed to create additional assignments for you outside of class. You'll be up to speed in no time. Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
I'm sorry, Professor, but I'm afraid that's all there is to it.
비밀이라고 하지 않았나?
Almost precisely what Professor Fig said. Speak of the devil, Professor Fig. Your ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
Ah, I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one piece. Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guide's map?
아,
course.
배울 게 이렇게 많아.
Thank you. Good luck today. And remember to use your field guide. It will be invaluable to you. And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended both classes today, and I'll explain more about those assignments I mentioned. And we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade for those supplies.
아, 못 따라가.
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you masterfully evade Professor Weasley's interrogation regarding our late arrival.
I did my best, but I'm fairly certain she suspects that we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look.
얍. 펼쳐낸 내용. 다시 말하라고. 아.
The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for
수업,
supplies,
수업을
including
듣고.
your own wand. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend.
올리밴더도
I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
수업 들어간다. 딴. 어디로 가야 돼? 여기? 와. 와, 스케일. 오, 아까 걔인가 보다. 문 열어주세요. 야, 와우. 근데 뭔가 좀 더 둘러보고 싶은데. 레벨 2. 레벨 2.
Awful when they ask you a question, though, isn't it?
아, 이런 식으로.
I'll just die.
아무것도 없는 것도 있구나.
Need I remind you that you are studying at Hogwarts
Oh,
and
누구?
not the Three Broomsticks? You'll never become an aura at this rate. So get your head out of your button there. For Merlin's sake.
Revelio.
오, 그냥 상호작용하는 게 되게 많네. 일단 수업 먼저 그냥 여기서 뭐가?
Oh, my exams. Not a one of them deserves more than a T.
잠깐만, 이게 뭐야? 이렇게 뭐가 있는데? 위층인가?
Fills our stone hearts with joy to be in the presence of such arrogance.
그냥 수업 갑시다.
Never forget what that Hufflepuff girl said.
아, 이거 너무 좋다, 느낌이. 수업 왔어요.
Is that all you've got?
Levioso!
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces in your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned,
몬스터 레벨리오
starting
스티브파이?
with something small.
얍. 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 레비오소.
Levioso.
Now, let's try something a little larger.
다른 게 있나?
Let us begin with the basic cast. See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember?
Levioso.
Good. Now, the basic. Well done. Very good. But the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel, using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
내가 할 수 있는 게
Levioso.
This should be easy.
Tego. How perceptive.
오 이거
Protego. Levioso. Good form. I know.
For your first duel.
Let's just say. Levioso.
와 스킬파이가 연계가 되는구나 이게. 이겼다.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Slytherin.
Thank you,
근데
Professor.
키가
Hecat.
너무
Glad to have the
헷갈리겠는데.
opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows
나쁜
entirely.
놈으로 나오네.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again,
알겠습니다.
well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments.
감사합니다. 잘 배우고
All
갑니다.
right, that's enough.
I'd hate to face Professor Hecat in a duel.
나도 해캐시랑 안 한다 임마.
Revelio.
교실엔 뭐 없나? 세바스찬.
Nice work.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice? Felt more like I was dueling an expert. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
In fact, it was. Perhaps I have a knack for it.
Be coy if you like, but I know better. Magic requires intention and talent. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
Exclusive and unsanctioned. Count me in.
이거
Excellent. Knew I was
그때
right about you. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club or sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck or actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance. If you're interested.
알았다. 일단
Till
수업 먼저.
next time.
다른 수업도 가야 돼. 한번 여기 1층에 레벨 2짜리 있었는데 퀘스트. 아니다, 그냥 가자. 수업 먼저. 얍. 시점이 너무 느리다. 아니 ESC 있다. 이거 시점이 있었는데 어제? 민감도 조금만 더 올려야 될 것 같아. 일단 소위 먼저. 추적한 대상이 없다고? 찍었지 않아? 수학을 따라라. 와, 근데 프레임 너무 끊기는데?
Revelio.
이거 최적화가 왜 이렇게 돼 있어? 루나스.
Professor Ronan tends to go on a bit. We sometimes have to remind him of some of the lessons.
Here, behind you. There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
Hello, I am
근데
Nettie.
게임 PC가
So
너무
you are the
굳었는데?
new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work, but I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations
진짜
of the
수업이네.
color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone? I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm? Well,
오,
it seems that
물리비아트가
we're in dire
뭐였지?
need of
들어보면 안 돼.
review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
여기가 영국 학교야? 무슨 국제 학교야? 아시오? 미안 다시 하고 싶어요. 죄송합니다. 가성민 감독가 바뀌어서 그런가?
Akio.
당겨오기 아시오.
That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that.
뭐야?
Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me.
진짜 나가네. 와, 근데 스케일이
I've
너무
always
좋다.
found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree. So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right?
놀라죠?
So why don't we have our newest student start us off? Very simply, cast
이거
Accio
너무
on one of
빨라졌는데?
the spheres
가속이?
and relinquish your charm.
잠깐만 미안해요.
Possible moment. Now,
아시오 사.
think of this like gobstone. Excellent. Stay focused.
아, 최대한 가깝게 붙이라는 건가?
Splendid.
아, 가비.
Happens to the best of us. That's it.
오, 그래. 어쩌라고 이제. 한 번 더 하자.
Very good. Points to Slytherin.
아니,
But there's
뭐 잘하지도
certainly no
않았는데 점수를
sport in
줘.
playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up. You'll be the blues just as before, and Miss Onai,
Oh,
you
wow.
are playing red.
이해했다
Clear?
임마.
Yes, sir.
빨리 해 친구야. 와, 이거 사기. 아, 밀어낼 수 있겠는데?
There we go.
Accio.
너무 빠른가? 살짝만 쳐라. 아. 괜찮아.
Excellent.
Be sharp.
하나 밀어내자 진짜 이거 될 수도 있어.
That is how it's done.
탕! 아, 안 맞아?
Well done. Let us see this.
내가 50에 너무 이기는데? 없을까? 아 이거 50 하는 것밖에 없는데.
I know everyone is watching.
알았어.
You know this. You are doing quite well.
제발. 아 너무 빨리 당겨.
Very good.
아.
Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
아, 이게 뭐길래 이렇게 가르칩니까? 쓸데도 없을 것 같구만. 아 장애물이 있어요.
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Watch this.
아니 얘는 뭐 다 차라 제발 예뻐 가자라. 나이스. 아니 그래도 가나? 좋아 해보자.
There we go.
해보자. 지금이니. 그렇지.
Splendid.
Here we go.
어? 얘 삑살이 났다. 오지마. 떨어져. 굿.
Concentrate, Natsai.
지금이니. 그렇지.
Nicely done. Let us see this.
빨리 차내지 말아다오. 죽어라. 그렇지. 떨어져라. 우와 굿.
I thought I had.
보여줄게. 근데 이거 좀 어렵다. 아 대각으로 굴려야 되겠다. 여기. 지금이니.
Perfect score. Remarkable.
좋아요.
Very good, both of you. Well done.
점수 안 줍니까?
Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
또 말하고 나가겠다.
Good game back there. I must admit, I think I underestimated you. Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
고맙다. 이해해준 사람이 있어서 기쁘다.
It's good to hear. It's a lot to take in all at once.
To put it lightly, I remember how I felt when I first arrived. I transferred here from Wagadu just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
환장하겠네 진짜. 물어보자.
Is Wagadu a castle like Hogwarts?
Its address is Mountains of the Moon. It is not so much a castle as a beautiful.
그러니까 우간다의 호그와트 아니야. 약간 그 불의잔 막 그런 거 할 때.
The mist was so thick I could
걔
hardly
막
make out
학교별로 막
anything
자기소개하고
at
막
all.
그랬잖아.
And then it just materialized before me. This enormous school that seemed to be
야
floating in midair.
환장하겠다 진짜. 그만 물어볼란다.
It's nice to learn about another wizarding school.
Thank you for asking. I do miss Wagadu, but I am glad to be here at Hogwarts. Ah, I think Professor Ronan wants to talk to you. Better not keep him waiting.
알았다.
Until next time.
그래.
Of course.
A word,
can
if
use
you would.
Accio on humans.
You wanted to speak with me,
you're so
Professor?
inclined.
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectation?
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? You did well, managing to best as gifted a student as Miss Onai.
Thank you, Professor. I enjoyed the match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit
친구들 통해 가지고 하는
distracted of
퀘스트도
late.
꽤 있을 것 같다. 분위기가.
Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction
아,
outside
위즐리가
of the
여기
ordinary
뒤에 뭐 파란 거
curriculum.
보인다. 액자 쪽에.
Expect to hear from me soon regarding a special assignment that I am
바로
preparing for
레벨레요.
you.
지금 여기.
Revelio.
있었는데.
After my brother learned the summoning charm, it was constant Accio this, Accio that.
상자 표시가
Hello
뜨는데
there. You're the new student, aren't you?
이게 뭘까? 풀르고 이건.
I've always said
And then the werewolves joined the goblins in the
Goblins,
uprising.
werewolves, where were you? In the Goblin Rebellion of 1752.
And by the end of it, the Minister for Magic was Albert Boot.
No, it wasn't.
Revelio.
I
이게
won't say my
뭐야?
goodbyes. I shall cheer for the boy who says you're telling
I'm
lies.
not telling lies, Peeves. It was Albert
일단
Boot.
퀘스트 먼저
No, it
하자.
wasn't.
가깝나?
Ooh, fight, fight! It's a bold attack. Was the minister a boot?
아니 맵에 상자가 겹쳐지는데 이게 뭔지를 모르겠네. 하다 보면 알겠지 뭐. 변신.
Revelio. Accio.
쟤네들한테는 안 먹히는구나. 이게 뭐야?
Revelio.
상호작용이 안 돼. 아 이거 최저가 너무 거지같이 되는데. 패드립 쩌네. 아 좀 심하다. 너무 끊겨 프레임이.
Hogwarts survives the reign of this headmaster. I think we should have a
잠깐만
mooncalf in
길이
charge.
이쪽인데? 풀르다. 아 이렇게 포탈이네. 포탈 찍어놓는 거네. 이거 봐 여기도 있는데 상자가.
Revelio.
고양이? 상자가 너무 궁금한데? 일단 가자.
What
Bobby?
about the room, Professor?
I was thinking the same thing, Deke. Perhaps you could help.
Oh, excuse, Deke.
팀 요정.
Ah, there you are. I trust your first classes went well?
They did, Professor.
I heard as much from Professors Hecat and Ronan. Seems Professor Fig taught you quite a bit before you arrived. I'd wager there's a good deal more to your travels here than what you've told me. Isn't there?
Nothing more, Professor.
I see. Like trying to get a sonnet from a streeler. Regardless, you must continue to build upon what you've learned. In that regard, I've asked your professors to help hasten your progress with some extra assignments.
Professor Ronan did mention something about that.
In fact, Professor Ronan will meet you outside momentarily to assign your first one.
로넨.
Now, regarding the trip to Hogsmeade I mentioned earlier, we've arranged to replace the supplies lost on your way here, including seeds, potion recipes,
아
and
근데
spell
엄청
crafts.
끈기다던데
Thank you,
호그스미드가.
Professor.
And Mr. Ollivander will connect you with the perfect
아
wand.
올리벤더가 지팡이
You've managed your
아저씨.
classes well with a borrowed wand, but you'll find the magic you
오
cast
지팽이
with your
바꾸러
own
간다.
wand to be far superior.
There's an Ollivander's in Hogsmeade.
There is. Most people are familiar with the shop in Diagon Alley. We're fortunate to have someone like him nearby. Mr. Ollivander is a genuine craftsman and highly skilled wand maker. I
와,
would trust
영국발
no one else
오진다.
to pair me with a wand.
마법사는 마법 배우는 걸 거고 마법 약은 뭐고 NPC
I'm
하는
eager to
거지.
get to Hogsmeade.
Very well. I'd like you to make your first visit to the village with a classmate. Help you get your bearings. Perhaps Sebastian Sallow or Natsai Onai. I've noticed you spending time with them.
아 아까 걔네 계속 다니나 봐. 사이버샤이랑
I'd like to
같이
go with
슬리데린끼리.
Sebastian.
Glad to hear it. Mr. Sallow is a capable young wizard, and he knows the area. He'll
어디
keep you well
그리핀도르랑 같이
clear of
봐.
any of Victor Rookwood's undesirables en route.
Rookwood.
A rather unsavory local. Best to avoid him and his associates, including his right hand of sorts, Theophilus Harlow, if you can. Once you've finished Professor Ronan's assignment, your friend will
일단
meet you at the
오늘은
castle
로넨
doors.
교수님 과제까지만 해야
No
되겠다.
time to waste. The sooner you complete your work, the sooner you can enjoy a butterbeer at the Three Broomsticks.
오케이 땡큐. 로넨한테 가고 아 이거는 이따 하고 그냥 로넨 레파로? 플루가루로 가나? 일단 가보자.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
왜 안 돼? 플루가루가 작동이 안 되네. 그냥 갑니다 이트. 야, 진짜 잘 만들었다. 프레임 끊기는 거 빼곤 다 좋네.
I don't think I'm ready for this just yet.
아니 로넨 아 잘못 찍은 거야 내가? 도착했는데?
I should come back to this another time.
아까 그 첫 수업 거길 가야 되나? 좀 헷갈린다 인터페이스가. 이렇게 찍고 다시 그래 얘같이 어렵네. 아까 플루가루 타고 다니라 그랬는데
If you pay attention, Sharp has plenty of useful advice there.
응?
Revelio.
너무 신기하다. 아, 이 스케일이 적응이 안 되네. 하이.
There you are.
You have a new spell to teach me, Professor.
Indeed I do, and an exceedingly useful one at that. The
Reparo.
mending charm, Reparo.
안경
Fixes
고쳐주다.
things right up, makes a broken object good as new in the blink of an eye.
It seems as if that might come in handy.
More frequently than one would imagine. As Professor Weasley mentioned, I am not the only one who will be teaching you spells outside of class in an effort to catch you up with your peers. A number of your professors have agreed to do so as well, but first, each shall ask that you complete a few preliminary tasks to hone your magic. I have arranged some for today. See them through and then
아니,
report
뭐
back
다
to me.
과제만
We will
내줘.
have you casting Reparo in no time.
언제 놀아?
Why must I first complete tasks to learn Reparo?
No lesson or lecture can compare to first-hand experience, and these tasks should provide you with just that. Such experience is invaluable when mastering any new bit of magic.
알았다.
I'll start on the task right away, Professor.
망가진 조각상 근처에서 날아다니는 페이지를 수집하기. 저건가?
This is the right area. I wonder where the flying page is. Revelio.
지금 이 근처인데.
Accio.
그렇디요. 아까 안쪽에도 하나 있었잖아. 쟤 아니야? 쟤 맞는데? 이리 와.
There's something in there. No.
8장이나 돼. 이야. 뭔가 여긴 더 없을 것 같고. 어둠의 마법 방어탑에서 날아다니는 안쪽이다. 아, 이 범위까지 다
Flying page must be
나오는구나.
around here somewhere.
If only a new student were to help me with my sad predicament.
있다.
Accio. Brilliant.
4장밖에 안 먹었는데? 갔다 왔습니다.
I trust the preliminary task.
I completed the assignments, Professor.
Marvelous. You clearly know your way around basic charms. Let us give the old mending charm a try then, shall we? Remember to be deliberate in your enunciation and movements. I want to see some vigor. Now, wand at the ready.
Yes, sir.
Remember, your wand is a conduit of your magic.
이건 좀 빡센디용. 야, F, 야, 야.
That's it. Very good. If you would like to practice mending something, have a go with that broken statue in the alcove by the water. It allegedly symbolizes.
아니 근데 칸은 4칸밖에 없는데
Perhaps a jilted lover thought it
마법이
too
벌써 다
accurate
차버리면
and
이거
lashed out.
어떡해? 킥슬롯이 있나? 저기.
Reparo.
Nicely done. Works like a charm, doesn't it?
하나 더 어디 있어? 이 아저씨요. 퀘스트 끝났어? 방금 2개 뜬 거 같은데? 저거 어이가 없네.
Repairer, something quite satisfying about using the mending charm, isn't there?
일단은 여기까지만 하고 호그스미드 가는 데까지 파킹만 해놓고 지금 내 위치가 고대 마법. 최적화 정말 짜증나네. 진짜 풀스로 타야 되나 이거? 그 좀 다른 사람들 하는 것 좀 봐야겠다. 풀거를 어떻게 쓰는지나. 자, 그럼 오늘은
Well, fancy meeting you
여기까지 하겠습니다.